Does this help us with understanding patterns of conscientious objection? I find through my particular evidence source a degree of provisionality, degree of negotiation in the attitudes and behaviour of conscientious objectors. They make late declarations, they mix up CO appeals with work appeals, they're looking for, some of them are looking for accommodation with the demands of the state through the tribunal system. However, the degree of that seems to me to suggest that if Northamptonshire's rural, mixed urban-rural pattern were replicated in other English counties, the profile of conscientious objection might undergo a slight shift. That we're getting a lot more of these sorts of cases that don't always make it through the records. When I came to try to explain the behaviour and the appeals made by conscientious objectors in the county, I just came up with a background that might be familiar to you. I think that for those men who were conscientious objectors, I think that there was some deep source of religious non-conformity, even for those who were of a political persuasion. It's got that ring of that religious political mix that we find in the 19th century. Frequently, these men in the bigger villages and smaller towns have some background in the cooperative movement, and Northamptonshire was at the forefront of the cooperative movement. This wasn't really about socialism. I think it's about the dignity of man and things of that sort. And ultimately, of course, the ultimate conscientious objector would be distinguished from his fellows by a dogged individualism, digging in your heels. Which was definitely one expression of manhood in that period, that this was something respected and expected of men. One or two of the Quaker conscientious objectors turned out to have had a bit of a family history in respect of civil disobedience in a minor way. Things like refusing to pay the part of their rates that went towards religious secondary schools after the 1902 Education Act. The anti-vaccination movement seems to be figuring in the background of some of these guys. So there's a sort of seedbed of conscientious objectors. I'm going to stop there, and I think we had a lot of discussion so far about the sort of the techie stuff of the research and the wonderful tangles that you can get into with all these different sources, and I could go there too, but I'll leave that for the more general discussions.